Hey, I haven't been on here forever, so I thought I would do my video that I promised you guys, which is how to cut layers the way I do. This is how I do it. You're going to need a hairbrush, scissors, and I suggest actual hair scissors and not like the craft scissors because these are a lot more accurate at cutting. So invest in a pair of these. Right, so the first thing you do is determine your hair length. So my hair goes down, sorry, I'm totally showing my boobs. So, my hair is to here, and say I want it like this short, and that's about, well, let's say I want it this short, that's about an inch. So, you take all of your hair in a ponytail, and this is where your hairbrush comes in, handy dandy hairbrush, and you brush all your hair up, and even in the back, and make sure all the tangles are out when you do this. So, yeah, I mean, you can leave your bangs out, because that's not important, because your bangs aren't down here. This is gonna cut the actual length of your hair. So, when you get all your hair up in this ponytail at the top of your head, and I'm talking the top of your head, not like the back top, but like the top, if you know what I mean. Make sure it's all brushed. Mine obviously isn't, but make sure it's all brushed perfectly straight up. So when you go ahead and cut, you can just pull it down in front so you can see what the heck you're doing, and then get your scissors, and since you want an inch shorter, you can't even see this probably because of my bangs, but you want an inch shorter, right? Well, cut up and down like this on your hair until it's an inch shorter, like and yeah, you can even throw in those sound effects if you want. When you do this, it'll make it a lot more fun. Don't go straight across, otherwise that's gonna look unnatural. After you're done cutting the first thing like this, just throw your hair back, and yeah, my hair looks really crazy now, but that should determine the length of your hair. Next thing you do is you do the same exact thing, only you're gonna take up your hair from right where your ear starts. So do the same exact thing, and make sure you brush all this hair perfectly up, straight, and all the way to the top of your head. Of course, you're going to do a better job than I am right now because I'm really lazy. But yeah, make sure it's perfectly straight. Do the same exact thing. When you're on the second layer like this, pull it down front. You're going to cut it up the same amount as you did before, so like an inch. So again, like this. Yeah, and then you let that go. So the next thing you do is go even higher than your ear, just a little bit higher. Leave like that much hair down and just go a little bit higher. And you're going to brush all that up. Put it at the top of your head, do the same exact step, cut off an inch, let it go. You keep doing that up until you work to the very top of your hair, to where you're just pulling up this stuff, and you don't have to take your bangs. I would suggest not taking your bangs, so take all just the top of your hair, like this. Wow, my voice is changing tones like crazy right now. Anyways, and then you cut it the same amount, just an inch, or unless you decide to cut 2 inches, do the same amount. And you let that go. I haven't shown you how to cut the layers in the front of your hair. So this is how you do that. Take all your hair up in a ponytail, all of it, and brush down the hair that is in front of your ear. Just like this. Just like that, right? You're going to put that up, and then you've got all this hair right here. So take just the far back of this side and the far back of this side, take it And of course, you're gonna want to like brush this out to make it as even as possible. Pull it to the front. This looks funny, I know. You don't have to cut like an inch unless you want to, but just cut them together. Cut them like that. You can do little by little and just let it hang out. Let it all hang out. And then you do the next section, which is the front section of that here before your ear. And you do the same thing. You pull it to the front, make sure it's all even brushed on that side and this side. Don't cut your bangs when you do this though. Just don't. And you do the same exact thing. Make sure it's even in the front, right in the middle of your forehead, like this. And you're just gonna cut off just a little bit, just so it gives that more like layered look on the way down. So yeah, that's how I cut the front layers of my hair. Let's move on to how I cut my bangs. What you do to cut your bangs is you put your hair up in a just ponytail. That doesn't have to be straight. And just make sure there's like make sure there's like a line of hair wherever you want to start your bangs. I start my bangs like right here. And just make sure there's just this line of hair right here. So I look like Pebbles right now. Pebbles. Brush all these forward like that. And what you do is you're gonna cut this in a diagonal. Obviously this isn't even, like, what the heck is this? I don't know. But you're gonna want to cut in a diagonal. And I'll fix this later. If you want to do it even better than that, you can take little sections and cut in a diagonal. Like, take one section of your bangs, cut that diagonal, and then you take the last section of this bangs and put it with this section, and you cut that diagonal, and you do the same thing. Take part of that section and add it to a part of the new section, and you're going to cut that in the diagonal also. And you're just going to keep doing that until all your bangs are done. So yeah, and then you just, if you don't have these kinds of bangs, like side bangs, you're going to have to train your hair to go this way. So basically just once you cut your bangs, just keep brushing them that way every day, blow dry them that way, make sure they're going that way or whatever direction you want. So eventually they'll stay. I don't have to put any product in them for them to stay that way. Hopefully this video was helpful for you guys, and I hope you guys had a happy Halloween. And I'm gonna post some pictures from my Halloween right now. Okay, bye.
And welcome to the last time.